up, guys? Welcome to the morning tea. I'm your girl, Alex Shipman, and to my right is my wonderful co-host,
Courtney Revolution. Good morning and welcome to the morning tea. Alex, can I just say, I know you didn't see just now. Leo probably saw. Literally right before he started the intro, I looked down and I realized there was no mug. I jumped up, muted the mic, ran downstairs to my living room, grabbed the mug, sprinted back up the stairs, and now I'm here just in time, girl. I'm back and I'm black. How you doing today?
Tea Tribe. Our mornings are busy making sure we have the hottest tea for you. So that happens to us. Sometimes we forget the most important part, our tea mug. And so I have done it many times. I know as well, Courtney, it's an honest mistake. And thank God you have your mug now and we can spill this tea because this is a thick Thursday, right, Courtney?
It really is, girl. You heard that slap? That's the thick slap. One more again. It's thick today, y'all. For real, for real.
It is good. And Tea Tribe, if you're just joining us, we love to hear where are you watching from. Tell us all the, exotic international places you're watching from that we would much rather be than in our home. However, we do want to bring you this tea because it is good. But not only is it Thick Thursday, around the world, it's also Thirsty Thursday, Courtney. And did you hear about this new drink that Red Lobster is promoting? Let's talk about it.
Alex, I heard about this new beverage that Red Lobster is offering the public, and I'm a little confused. It's not really my flavor, but I mean, listen, I'll say this. I love Mountain Dew. I'm not so sure if I would want it as a margarita. Are you going to drink a Mountain Dew margarita? Because that is what Red Lobster is starting to roll out to the public.
Yes. If you haven't heard Tea Tribe, Red Lobster, they're kicking off a partnership with Pepsi and they're launching the first ever Mountain Dew cocktail. It's called the Dew-garita. I mean, love the name. You want a Dew-garita? But listen, it's a top secret recipe, so we don't actually know what's in it. Like, will there be like salt around it? Are we gonna get some like red hot spicy Cheeto salt? Like, I feel like yeah. And it pairs well with the Cheddar Bay biscuits that we know Red Lobster is famous for. Courtney, you like those Cheddar Bay biscuits?
Alex, listen, I go to Red Lobster and I don't eat seafood. I literally go to Red Lobster so my boyfriend can eat seafood. I eat beforehand and then I order 4 baskets of Cheddar Bay biscuits and just eat the entire time. That's what I go to Red Lobster for, period. Nothing else. So good.
Yes. Are you interested in this Dew-garita? I'm a Mountain Dew fan. So like at first thought, I'm like, oh, okay. But then I think about, like, I like skinny margaritas, no agave. I don't like that sweetness with my margarita. So I feel like it's going to be a little too sugary. I think when I hear Mountain Dew, I think sugar. Don't you?
Yeah, it's giving me not going to sleep tonight. Alex, you said you like a skinny margarita. My margarita is a little different. I like my margarita to have wings. So I love Red Bull, the yellow one specifically. It has to be the yellow one. That's the pineapple flavored, y'all. That with my little tequila moment, girl, with a little bit of sugar around that. That's how you get it going, girl. That's how you get your night started. With the wingarita, girl, because the Red Bull give you wings.
Well, if you have a pineapple one, it sounds like, Courtney, that this Dew-garita might be for you. I think we got to try it. It's coming to some Red Lobster locations this month, and it'll be available nationwide by the end of the year. So maybe we'll get one. We'll try it on the show for Tequila Tuesday. What do you think, Courtney?
Listen, I'm here for that. Period. I'm here for that. We can do a live taste test. I love a good live taste test because I ain't going to lie about my reaction. Y'all going to read it on my face.
Chelsea said in the chat, the hangover, oh God, all that sugar. That's what I'm saying. I just hear hangover when I hear the Dew-garita. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Oh my God. Leslie said, the first time I appeared in my house with a Mountain Dew in hand, my mom thought I was drinking something she uses to wash clothes.
Thought you was drinking some fabric softener, some Bane?
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God. Brittany said, that sounds delicious. I love me a mango margarita with a surfer around that rim. Love the bottoms up reference.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Onika.
Ooh, this is my first time. Akana saying, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. This is my first time watching live. I'm from South Africa. Ooh.
Shout out to South Africa. Hey, y'all.
Where else, T-Tribe, where are you watching from? Let us know. We love to talk about it. Oh, Senya, Alex the Italian Queen. Please, somebody make this her new nickname. Courtney, you want that?
Hey.
Courtney's that can make it my nickname. Courtney's into it, then we're into it.
Alex, you're a queen of many different qualities. You're the bionic queen, you're Pocahontas, you're the golf queen. It's really up to them. I feel like at this point, whatever kind of sticks, really is it. Do y'all feel like Italian queen with the little pasta emoji? Do y'all get that from Alex? Do y'all feel like that? I'm good with whatever you're comfortable with, honestly. I'm always working into my queens.
No, I'll take any queen. If it has queen at the end of it, I'm here for it, because who doesn't want to be a queen of something? You know what I mean?
Bam, royal.
Right. Danielle in the chat is coming from Chi-Town, of course. Emmanuel joins us every morning watching from the UK. Tammy Lee is coming from Cape Town, South Africa. Wow, guys, these are some fun places. I wish I could be on the beach, you know, hanging out. Linda's coming from New York. You know, I don't know about the beach. Shout out to NYC.
I have something, since we're talking about food and things that we can eat really, really, really fast. Shout out to everyone that lives in New York City and New Jersey and the surrounding area, because, Alex, there is a restaurant that I've been going to since birth. And I miss it, and I can't get it anymore because I live here, and that's called Dallas Barbecue. So if you guys live in New York City and you guys know of Dallas Barbecue, please have some crispy chicken wings and a big, huge Texas-sized pina colada for me. Thank you very much.
Wow. That's delicious.
It's
maybe
good, like a restaurant.
Maybe we could pair some wings with a Dugarita on another day.
Dallas Barbecue might make a Dugarita, girl. They might make it on the fly because they're really good with their drinks. And they come with the big, huge goblet, girl. The big, heavy one. You can clock somebody in the head with it.
Right. That sounds like it fits right in. Of course, we know the Dugarita comes in a goblet. Like, that just makes sense. Like, of course it comes in a massive goblet. Like, what else is it going to come in? But Christina's coming from Georgia. You know, we got Kathleen from Florida, Ashley from Trinidad, Wendy from Louisville, Kentucky. Chelsea's coming from San Antonio. Oh, Star's coming from New Jersey. There we go. Got your Jersey girl. All right. Well, we're not talking about Jersey girls, but we are talking about Beverly Hills girls. So I think it's about that time, Courtney, to pour up that hot water, and let's get into our You Missed It stories, because we have a lot of tea to spill before the show is over. So cheers to part 3 of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, finally airing. Move on to our next chapter. Cheers.
Oh, yeah.
Let's begin with all the You Missed stories. Now, these are all the stories. If you're new joining us, you may have missed overnight. Don't worry. We tell you all the trending stories. And first up, we're talking about The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion part 3 and Denise Richards and Lisa Rinna. So it was drama-filled. Deep breath. Let's get into it, T-Tribe. So Lisa Rinna stayed on the offensive all night against Denise, starting when Denise attempted to explain the affair rumors swirling around herself and Brandy. So Garcelle at one point even comes to Denise's defense a bit by asking Lisa why she cared so much, whether or not Denise and Brandy had hooked up. Lisa responded saying she cared because the entire cast had been dealing with the fallout from the allegation for 6 months. Like, isn't that true, Courtney? Like, the entire storyline of this season was Brandy and Denise. Like, it really took over. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they really focused on her, Alex, and it's something that I noticed watching some of the other franchises during this period of time, that they sometimes have a lot of different storylines, but Beverly Hills more times than not focuses on one thing and they harp on it the entire season. Ugh.
Right. So things continue to heat up between Denise and Lisa Rinna. At one point, after being asked about what had changed about the pair's friendship, like Andy says, you know, like, what's going on? They've been friends for 20 years. Lisa brought up Heather Locklear, Denise's former Melrose Place co-star. So explaining kind of what went wrong, Andy's like, Andy was stuck on it. He's like, Heather Locklear. He tried to don't know. Well, she said, Google it. Because she wouldn't kind of like lay the drama out there, but she wanted to get the story out. And Denise said, blow. So basically, Team Tribe, we Googled it. And the drama between Heather and Denise stems from Denise having an affair with Heather's, at the time, husband, Richie Sambora. So Denise was fresh off her split with Charlie Sheen at the point, and she ended up having met up with Richie shortly afterwards, and it eventually led to Richie and Heather's divorce. So Denise had stated in the past that her friendship with Heather at the point had dried up, and she and Richie were at a similar place in their love lives at the point in time. So basically, Lisa was saying, hey, I'm not a bad friend, and kind of inferring that Denise, your hands aren't clean either. So all in all, what I want to say about this reunion is we still didn't get any answers. You know what I mean?
Alex, what? It bothers me when they bring up stuff that's not on the show into the show. Right?
Totally.
So like what would they imagine if that was like a law or a rule made? Like you can't bring in outside people and bring up their mess from outside of the show onto the show. Then what would Lisa be talking about? What would they be talking about in terms of Heather Locklear? She didn't do nothing. Right? And now her name is being brought up. There's a clip of Nene from Atlanta that's like, well, I got brought up in it. Now look, I done brought me all up in it. Like that's how I feel. Like she's minding her business.
100%. And really, Andy Cohen asked them, like, what will it take to move past this and move forward? And basically Kyle said, we need to be honest and open. Lisa also said to be honest. And then Denise basically said, like, this is my truth. However, none of the cast believe her. So they're not really going to move forward. And the only way I personally think they're going to move forward is if we see a one-on-one sit down with Brandy and Denise. It's what the fans want. It's the only thing that'll help us kind of like make our opinion. And at the end of the day, it's like kind of like an agree to disagree situation. And then Denise is not here next season. You know what I mean? She left the show. So what do we do now?
You know what Andy should do when the time comes for this to happen? He needs to, there was a period of time, Alex, where he was doing Watch What Happens Live in LA live with an audience. When we're able to be all together again, he should do that. He should have that sit down with both women in LA and have an audience member ask maybe 3 questions here or there, and then call it a day. Because, I mean, there's no resolution. Y'all kind of harassed this woman for all of these episodes. There's no resolution, and now she's leaving the show because allegedly y'all are not up the coins for her. So, I mean, hey, if I was Denise Richards and they were not giving me what I feel like I deserve as an icon, as an actress, as a soap star, then I would be packing up my husband and all of his happy endings and leaving as well.
100%. Yeah. At this point, it's kind of like we don't have a resolution. Denise has moved on. So I'm interested to kind of see how next season's going to play out. It's like, we talked about it before the show. They're really going to have to find someone to fill Denise's shoes because the whole show is about her. So she's gone. Is Brandy coming back? Is that the seamless transition?
What if they knew something that Atlanta and Potomac at one point both did was they had like a athlete's wife. Not saying that we have to go full on basketball wives, but like does Garcelle know like an athlete's wife, or like does Kyle know an athlete's wife? Let's do that. Let's switch it up because I feel like 9 times out of 10 that woman's going to be younger. And we know a lot of the Housewives franchises when it starts to get stale, Alex, we know that we'll wake up one day and all of a sudden there's like 3 new chicks that's like 25 on the cast. So we need the Kristen, we need the Jules, we need someone that's a little bit younger to sort of freshen up the cast. So I think that that's the route that they should go. Let's get an NFL player's ex-wife even because she's dramatic. She's got the drama. And let's do that.
Or maybe Garcelle will, come into her own even more and kind of shine this next season because we did see some of her. Like, I absolutely love her. I know you do as well. And so maybe we just need to see, maybe we need a little room for Garcelle to kind of stand out now next season.
Garcelle and Sutton are the ones to watch, in my opinion, because Sutton has it. It was the husband that was keeping her from really having the full diamond. But this next season, I think now that we've all kind of seen that she's become one of the fan favorites, I hope that Andy will give her what she deserves. Give her the diamond, Andy. We're not playing.
Exactly. Well, we may not have a resolution on this season of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, but we do have a resolution with Nicki Minaj saving the music industry again. So Nicki Minaj won her copyright case against Tracy Chapman in court yesterday, setting a precedent that protects the practice of developing a new song based on existing material and seeking a license for the work prior to the song's release. So the copyright infringement lawsuit, to catch you up, came after Nicki had sampled Tracy Chapman's song, Baby Can I Hold You, for her 2017 song, Sorry. She sought the rights to use the sampling before releasing her 2018 album, Queen. So it seems like Nicki did all the right moves. So the judge ruled that Nicki's use of the song constituted fair use, saying, quote, artists usually experiment with works before seeking licenses from rights holders, and rights holders typically ask to see a proposed work before approving a license. A ruling uprooting these common practices would limit creativity and stifle innovation within the music industry. So Nicki may still be in hot water over Sorry, as the judge did say that sending the track to Funkmaster Flex before the release may have infringed on Tracy Chapman's rights, but that would have to be decided by a jury. So what do you think about this news? Do you think that, Nicki deserves to win this case? How do you feel, Courtney?
First of all, I want to say that I'm glad that we're talking about this because, Nicki has done a lot for the music industry legally, and I feel like that doesn't always get talked about. And this is great. Lots of artists we know, both hip hop and pop artists, Alex, they use samples and they like to go into the studio and experiment. Sometimes you find your sound and your cadence and how you go about your music by sampling other artists and sort of taking their vibe and meshing it with your own. An example that I used before we got on the show was Sweetie. What would Sweetie's career be if she couldn't take hip hop samples and make them her own? So I'm glad that Nicki. I'm glad that she got in the debacle, but I'm glad that she won this battle so that other people that did the same thing on an even bigger scale can continue to make money.
100%, I agree with you. Samples are some of my favorite parts of, music these days, when you can kind of reminisce about other songs you like. If anything, it's admiring another song, so I only think it's a positive thing to include it. But I'm happy that Nicki won this as well. And we'll have to stay tuned to see what the jury decides about Sorry. What do you think? Do you think they're going to decide in her favor?
I hope so. At this point, I feel like y'all fighting over a song that didn't even make the album. You know what I'm saying? The song is great. The song definitely would have been a moment. So I feel like at this point, Tracy, you don't stop Nicki's bag in that specific regard. Why are we even doing this at this point?
Yeah.
It's out there. We heard it and we love it. So move on.
Exactly. Well, something else we love is the gift Lizzo sent Cardi B. So listen to this. After, of course, a very, tumultuous week for Cardi, she announced her divorce. Lizzo congratulated her on Wednesday with a bouquet of flowers and a note praising her success. So we think she sent this gift for returning to the top of the Billboard charts for WAP, which has been knocked off the top spot for the previous 2 weeks in a row, which had been. But it's back. Cardi took her Instagram story to thank Lizzo, saying this. Well, she said in the Instagram story, isn't Lizzo
the nicest person in the world? Look what she sent me. She is just a beautiful ass person. I just love her so much. These are so pretty.
There it is. So, and then Lizzo also sent a note with the flowers, of course, saying, flowers for a flower, which you saw earlier. Congrats on all your success this summer. Know you are loved and are loved. P.S. I'm sending you something good this week. Love, Lizzo. So, of course, this is, a sweet gesture with everything Cardi's going through. But I also think, Courtney, it's like the media kind of spun the whole Lizzo not being in the WAP video, and did she choose purposely not to be in it? And so I think it kind of had a double meaning. It was like, listen, we're cool, girl. I still love you, and also sending support woman to woman, her going through this divorce. What do you think about this gift, Courtney?
I think it was a positive moment. I'm glad that Lizzo, excuse me, I'm glad that Lizzo reached out. My question, Alex, I don't know any people that are divorced personally. What do you get a a divorcee? Also, T Tribe, please answer. Like, what do you get a divorcee? Like, if you got divorced, God forbid, what is like something good that you think would make you feel better? Like, what would you like from a friend outside of a listening ear?
A new man, Courtney. That's what I would want.
Y'all better stop playing and bring me this man to my doorstep.
My girls to bring me is a brand new man that's gonna treat me right and send me gifts like Lizzo sent Cardi. That's what I want. What about you, Courtney?
You know what? I think I would get it depends on the person, but I think that I would probably get them some nice glassware. Like for the next person that you date or you feel like you want to build a connection with and you invite them over, you want to have nice wine glasses, a beautiful decanter, like that's like a nice ceramic that you could put in the oven, girls, in case you want to bake a pot pie, girl, for your man. When you take it out, you can think of me. You say, okay, this could be the one because Courtney done gave me the ceramic ware.
You're giving some bougie gift over there, Courtney.
It's my mom. My mom is like that.
I would accept that as well. I would also accept wine, some ice cream, and a new man, and some beautiful glassware. I'm down for it all, and maybe a pizza. Maybe I want. Oh, and a spa. That is a good choice. Kathleen in the chat, a spa gift card. Listen, we all need a spa day, especially after something like that. So I'll take that too.
When I become Real Housewives age, then I'll start getting my friends that get divorced facelifts and Botox because I know that that's probably what they really want. So, girl, on me. Come to my house, girl. We're going to have the doctor come right on over here, just like Ramona, Sonia, and the rest of the girls. Come on over here. New face. Come on, who wants a new face for your new man? Yes.
I'm going to give you a new face and a new man. That's all you need. Well, Courtney, you're not going to believe this next news because this is just crazy. So, boxing legend Floyd Mayweather is coming out of retirement to fight YouTuber Logan Paul. T-Tribe, you heard that correctly. So the news broke this week when both YouTuber Keemstar and the Fighting News Mike Fine
Alex, are you there, girl? Are you there, girl? Alex, are you there, girl? Where you at, girl? Where's Alex? Where you at, girl? Where she at? Where she at? Where she at, girl? Move to the left and move to the right. Move to the left and move to the right. Alex, are you there, girl? Where are you, sis? Unless I'm the frozen one. Am I frozen, y'all? Oh, it's just me, y'all. Here we go. Let's kick it off with Mayweather. Did you guys know that Floyd Mayweather is coming out of retirement to fight Logan Paul? Now, we already know Drama Alert King, Keemstar, tweeted Mayweather versus Logan Paul this year. No joke, that is what a boxing insider just told me. Y'all, I'm a little bit confused as to why Logan Paul would want to fight Floyd Mayweather. As far as I've seen, there's not really any kind of charity or fundraiser kind of moment that is going along with this. Like, I would feel a little bit better if they were fighting and raising all of this money to save California from the wildfires, to feed some children, to get some areas clean water. You get what I'm saying? But doesn't seem like that's going to happen. Now, we know Floyd Mayweather has fought many people and he hasn't really lost. So I guess the question I want to ask you guys is, do we think Logan Paul is going to win this fight? My money is on Floyd Mayweather. You guys already know I do not take the Paul brothers seriously at all because they do not take themselves seriously at all. Who would you rather see Logan Paul fight, I guess, is even a better question. You get what I'm saying? I'm a little bit confused as to why Logan Paul keeps deciding that he wants to fight people. I just think that There are other ways he can go about making money. You get what I'm saying? Kim is saying definitely no. Kathleen is saying absolutely not. Loa is saying Logan is a mess. He's going to curl into a ball. And then Hollyscoop is asking, what do you send to a Paul brother funeral? I don't know. Maybe you could send like an ATV over, maybe keys to a new mansion. I don't know. Star 500 is saying, Courtney, this is all for the bag. Alex, you back, girl? We still talking about Floyd and Logan, girl. Take the wheel of this car.
Let's get sorry, T-Tribe, we are back in action. So, Courtney, what is going on here? I don't understand why Logan Paul is doing this. Like, this man obviously has a large enough ego that he feels that he can beat a professional fighter that has a record of 50 wins and 0 losses. I mean, this is crazy, and I don't see this going well for Logan Paul. How do you feel?
I said, when you were gone, Alex, I was saying that I would feel a little bit better if all of this were to raise money for charity. Do you agree? Wouldn't you feel a little bit better if this was going to a children's hospital or to like the firefighters that are trying to clear the skies for us and stuff?
100%. If this was for charity, maybe it will be. You know, that would be the appropriate move, because obviously we know that the fights will be good. Like, we know poor Logan's face is probably not going to look, I don't know if it's poor Logan, but you know what I mean? He's signing up for this. So we know that he's not going to look very good after the fight. And I'm a little scared for him. I'm not going to lie. So as long as the money is going somewhere that, like a charity, I agree with you. I think that's the move. That's something we can get out of this that is positive. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, something else that is positive for believers around the world. Justin Bieber posted a clip from the music video of his upcoming song, Holy, to Instagram yesterday. Now, if you haven't seen the clip, T-Tribe, he is seen waking up in bed next to singer and actress Ryan Destiny, who smiles at him before the clip ends. Now, Holy, of course, featuring Chance the Rapper, is set to release tomorrow. Now, do you think this clip foreshadows Ryan Destiny may also be in the song, or do you think this just is she's featured in the music video? First of all, before you say anything, I am obsessed with Ryan Destiny. She killed it on Star. She's stunningly beautiful, and she's very talented. So even if she's just in the music video, I'm here for it. How do you feel about this, Courtney?
I also love Ryan Destiny a lot. She is a gorgeous woman. She's an artist. She's an actress. She kind of does a lot. I think that this was a very good casting choice for Justin Bieber. You know, he just did Pop Star for Drake. Now we've got Ryan Destiny in the music video. I see what's going on here, and I am willing to accept. That is what I'm going to say about that.
All right. Well, I'm willing to accept that as well. T-Tribe, are you excited to see Ryan Destiny? Are you a fan of her? What do you think the song's going to sound like? Holy. You know?
I don't think it's going to be slow, because I can't imagine Chance the Rapper rapping on anything that's real slow and solemn. I imagine it will be something, if anything, Alex, uplifting. I think. That's what my heart is telling me.
Exactly. I feel like if something is holy, it is, of course, besides the whole faith aspect, it's special. It's holy. It's untouchable. So the music has to kind of resemble that as well. So I hope it's upbeat and kind of, makes us feel a little warm inside. Yeah.
I'm gonna say something real quick. Hold on. Just not to be mean, because I'm not. I just want some clarity. Christina is saying, oh my God, Scooter's comment says new era. You can't have 2 eras in 1 year. And his manager saying that is like a confirmation that changes flop. Did Sweetener flop? Because I just seem to remember that Sweetener came out, and then it felt like Thank You Next came out like right after that. Not like right close together, but it wasn't a crazy amount of time between the 2 projects. Am I wrong in that? I feel like Sweetener and Thank You Next came like...
Well, I think Christina referring to Justin having 2 new eras with
I
changes.
know, that's what I'm saying. Is Ariana a flop because she came out with her 2 eras back to back? Y'all wouldn't say that. So why y'all saying that about Justin Bieber?
Very
Not
true.
disagreeing with things not being the best album, but I mean, that point is not the strongest, I don't think. No?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think Sweetener flopped. You know,
Okay.
changes, I think. But who am I to say? You know, T-Tribe, you know what I mean? I'm not the Billboard charts, but I love Ariana and everything she puts out.
Me too.
But I'm excited for a new era of Justin and new music because we can use it. We can always use a new era. You know, 9 lives is all we need.
Listen, all I want is for Justin to deliver something that is good quality. I don't want it to be, it's okay. I don't want it to be like, I accept this. Like I said with changes, I want to be able to come up on this show, Alex, and say, wow, Justin is annoying AF, but man, that album was good. I want to do that so bad, Alex.
Right.
So hopefully the next era does that. And I also see you, Brittany. Anyone else think it's weird that after this clip was posted, Haley deleted her Twitter? That's because, Brittany, really fast, the fans from all over were harassing Haley about Justin having Ryan Destiny be in the trailer. And so she deleted her Twitter. Also, I wouldn't be surprised if she did it just to get y'all rattled up and riled up because the music video comes out tomorrow. And look, it worked. So, ta-da.
Well, speaking of eras, Taylor Swift went back to an older era of herself as she stole the show at the ACMs last night. If you didn't catch it, she performed her single Betty. We talked about it on the show. We were very excited. So, Courtney, what did you think about the performance? Did you like it?
I did like it. I kind of am enjoying stripped down Taylor Swift. I felt like she was very fresh faced. I loved her outfit. All of it was just very simple. And I think that it's done that way so that we can truly focus on the music. And I found myself really enjoying Betty more in a performance than me listening to the album. So I think that it was a mission definitely accomplished. Shout out to her.
Yeah, it was great. You know, I heard that she did all her glam herself. So I thought that was pretty cool. And, you know, having her back on the ACM stage where she's won Entertainer of the Year. She's won, you know, she's won many awards on that stage before, but she hadn't been back. So, you know, she kept it country. Country is simple. And so she was just her and her guitar. She looked beautiful. I really like the song. It has kind of an old Taylor country vibe to it. And of course, that's the song that she referenced Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds' daughter's name in. She gave a little Easter egg. So people love it. And I'm just excited to see Taylor perform more of Folklore. Like, we're ready for it. We have the album. Now we want to see her do her thing, get on the stage, and perform the rest of the album. You know what I mean?
Alex, very quickly, do you think that we are done 100% with the Lover era? Do you think we'll ever see a glimpse of her again? Or do you think that Taylor said, girl, we're in the woods and we're not coming out until I say it's time?
You know, I think the latter. I think she's out of the woods. I mean, you know, Taylor always surprises us, and she always kind of like, when we're not looking, she'll bring back something that we didn't even know we needed. So maybe we'll get more of Lover. I don't know.
I'm like, hey, can we get that quote from the video for Christmas? Give it to us for Christmas, girl. I need it.
I know. We need a lot for Christmas this year. Christmas, man, I can't even think about the holidays yet. It's going to be tough this year. So if we have good Christmas albums and new music, new content, we're ready. Bring it all and keep us in the holiday spirit.
Don't wait. Billy Phineas, stop waiting. Give us the album for Christmas.
Billy and Phineas, bring us the album for Christmas. Taylor, bring back some Lover. Let's just do it all, you know? Well, while we're on our new music spotlight, let's talk about BTS's performance of Dynamite on AGT last night, America's Got Talent. So they performed their first all-English single, Dynamite. The hit single premiered at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, knocking off Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion's WAP. It had remained in the top 10 since then. So BTS is also set to release their concert tour film, Break the Silence, the movie, at the end of this month. What do you think of the performance, Courtney? And are you going to watch the concert tour film?
Leo was playing that B-roll, Alex, and I felt like I could hear the song in my head. Na, 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 na.
Yeah.
Listen, BTS is it, period. You don't have, like I keep saying, you don't have to understand K-pop to understand that they do not play. Vocals on fleeky deaky, dance moves sharper than some ladies' elbows in Macy's. They just really leave it all on the floor. And something that is really special to me is the fact that their performance, in my opinion, almost felt like, girl, you could chop that up real quick and put that as a music video to me. And a lot of artists can't do that. They just always really deliver. They work hard. You know, they're always, you know, in a little dance studio. Like even some of the girl groups, I love to watch the girl groups, girl. When they go off and they be click-clacking in the low heels, girl. Clack, clack, clack. But BTS, they're doing it. It's only gonna grow the wave, you know, and I think that we'll hit some sort of climax if and when they get nominated and eventually win that Grammy. It's only a matter of time. It's gonna be them. BTS is gonna win a Grammy, I think.
I have to call out Chelsea in the chat saying, does anyone else think BTS looks like porcelain dolls? Their skin looks so good. And I agree. Their skin is flawless. They're just like beautiful specimen of men. And their talent does not disappoint as well. That's what I love about the K-pop groups is, you know, they just bring it to the stage every single time. Like, I don't want to see a performance unless you are bringing it. Like, I am all about that. Like, just bring it all. Don't give me half. I want to see a full performance. And I think BTS is really great at that, and the rest of the K-pop groups. They just know how to perform.
For me, it's like, if you're going to perform on stage, you better perform like it is the Super Bowl halftime show every time.
Yeah.
That's how I like my girls to perform. Like Lady Gaga perform like she is jumping off whatever she jumped off at the Super Bowl every single time. And a lot of the girls, they don't.
Just don't do it unless you're going to bring it like the Super Bowl halftime. I completely agree. But speaking of bringing it, Little Mix announced a new album. So this is exciting for you mixers in the T Tribe. Little Mix confirmed the release of their next studio album, Confetti, yesterday on Twitter. The album is set to release on November 6, 2020. Now, in the post, the group said, quote, Confetti, we are so happy to share this news with you guys. Our new album will be all yours, November 6, 2020. So much love, emotion, and energy has gone into the making of this record. And now the news is out. We can finally get excited about it with you. So despite like a couple of hit singles, Little Mix's last album, LM5, was their lowest selling to date. Now, Courtney, are you excited for this new album and kind of a new era, so to speak, of Little Mix? What do you think?
Listen, Alex, I am excited. I am also worried because I know the record label that they're signed to, and all I'm going to say is this: we're still waiting on your money. So I am hopeful because Little Mix, they're a talented group. But for whatever reason, from the outside looking in, their rollouts don't make a splash big enough for me. They don't, like, you know, and it has nothing to do with them. It all is just like, what is your management doing? What are your handlers doing? Like, why are they not making a bigger it drives me up the wall. Like, it would be different if they were just awful or generic and they sucked. But they're great. They're all talented. Each individual lady is talented. And they have fans. So I don't understand, one, why this wasn't bigger news in general. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is like something that, you know, the T Tribe was like, hey, did you know? And, you know, it's like, oh, I haven't seen this anywhere. So I'm glad that we're talking about it. Y'all, can we stream Little Mix when they come out, please? Because this is ridiculous.
Yeah, you know, I've interviewed the girls many times at the Radio Disney Studios. They're super sweet, very funny, and also talented. But like you said, they've crossed over to the US, but they've never really kind of taken it to the next level. Maybe, you know, it has to do with, like you said, the label and how they're promoting them. But not to compare them to another girl group like former girl group, Fifth Harmony, but they never really got to that next level. We'd see them on stages here and there. But like you said, I hope this new album brings some great music and kind of launches them because they deserve it. They deserve to be on all of our radio, streaming their music for sure.
Alex, they need to be in like a Fenty Savage fashion show. Like there are moves that I feel like they just like are never included in. Like something like that, that's a huge platform and a very specific audience that watches that will be like, oh, well, who are these girls? You know what I'm saying? Black Magic, Touch, Wasabi, like the girls don't know the hits. Like I'm over it. Like Simon Cowell, like which face do I have to talk to get you to realize that you done fumbled the bag? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I know. Well, maybe this is it. Confetti. Listen, confetti is celebratory. Maybe this is their album that's going to just confetti everywhere into the U.S., into our lives. Because we need it. We need it. And they deserve it. So I'm definitely excited to hear what it's all about because we're ready. We're ready. Well, Courtney, I think we're also ready to talk about our favorite family. It is time for our Car Jenner Tea Time. So let us into those gates so we can talk about Blac Chyna nonetheless.
Alrighty, if you're all ready for all of the tea from behind the Car Jenner gates, be sure to turn your volumes down for Car Jenner Tea Time. Hello to everyone in the studio, which is not myself.
Yes. All right. So listen to this, Courtney. Blac Chyna admitted she receives no child support from either Tyga or Rob Kardashian. There's our Car Jenner Tea Time for you. We're bringing in Rob. In a recent interview with Hip Hop Nation, so coming on to talk about her new album, Chyna was asked about what her biggest flex is since becoming rich and famous in the entertainment industry. So Blac Chyna said, quote, "My biggest flex, just honestly taking care of my kids by myself as a single parent with no child support. So that's my biggest flex." So Rob and Chyna settled in the spring of last year regarding custody of their daughter Dream. But prior to that agreement, Rob was paying Blac Chyna $20,000 a month in support due to California law, which bases child support payments on the parent's income. So, $20K is not bad, but I guess he no longer pays that. I don't know what's going on, but what do you think of Blac Chyna's flex, and how do you feel about the women that have children by rappers and request like astronomical amounts of money in child support?
First of all, shout out to Blac Chyna. Obviously, I've made fun of Blac Chyna here before because I met her, but I did not know that she was not receiving child support. So lots of her business ventures definitely make sense. Like you guys have heard me talk about like the OnlyFans that's like $50, like girl, who's doing that? Or like the $800 get on FaceTime with Blac Chyna stuff that she was doing. A lot of it makes sense. She's not receiving child support. And I think the fact that we didn't find this out until now, and it's not something that she's like complaining about or like harping on, I think that it's a good thing, but also you're not having a baby by yourself. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like, Alex, it does not matter whether the woman is a celebrity or a businesswoman that makes a lot of money. I feel like either way, both parents should be contributing. Now, if the woman is not famous, and you're super famous, like a Future type situation, which shout out to Future, Mask Off is a hit. And you request $53,000 per month to pay a phone bill, well then, sir, you got to pay that. You got to pay that because that woman's going to be up there alone and make this baby alone. So hey, if you got it up. You get what I'm saying? So I don't mind it, Alex. How do you feel if you were in a situation like that? Would you be asking for the most, girl? Talking about your phone bill. Future baby mama said, "I need to pay the phone bill. I need $53K a month."
First off, like you said, I admire Blac Chyna for being able to, support her child as a single parent. I mean, that's very admirable, and I'm happy that she is, has the success and and has made the money that she can do that, because that's really amazing, and that is admirable. However, like you said, there's two to tango. So these men should be supporting in some way. I see Loa in the chat saying, no child support for neither kids. Last I heard, baby daddies aren't willing to give it to her directly. They pay the nannies and school. So maybe that's something, maybe that's an update. We'll look into that. But that, how do you feel about that? If them kind of, they won't give her the money, but they will kind of take care of the kid indirectly.
No. If you're not taking care of your child, then you need to give it to the person that is. Period. Point blank. Alex, let me tell you something. I could never be nobody's judge. Shout out to Philip Banks on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Because I certainly could never be him, because y'all would be locked up and paying y'all babies' mothers every day of the week. If you got a Rolls Royce, you gonna pay up, period. I don't understand those situations where like rappers that like have a Rolls Royce and have like 105 room mansions can sort of get away with giving $2K a month for child support. No, you gonna pay that, girl. We're gonna get deep into them pockets for your baby.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm.
Kathleen in the chat, I like this point. She says they want parental rights, but they don't want the responsibility.
Exactly.
That's exactly what's going on. But I don't know. I feel like I also saw Lady T Joy in the chat says, I don't think it should go by the parents' income because sometimes they're not reporting everything and the kid might end up with nothing. I think it should go by their lifestyle. That happens a lot in custody battles where, you know, people are requesting child support and they're used to a certain lifestyle. How do you feel about that? Do you think it should go by the lifestyle? Like, do you think?
I think it's about a lifestyle. I feel like if you got a picture on your Instagram talking about my private jet, then that means you certainly can pay more than $5K in child support a month, Alex. If you got a plane, if you're flying all over the world, I think it should go by lifestyle, honestly.
Right.
Let's get into them financial records. What you spending this coin on and where is it coming from? Because if I was a judge, girl, I need to see it.
I think all in all, you know, there are two parents involved and everyone has a responsibility and a monetary responsibility. Yes, if someone is more successful, of course they can afford more, but I still think by law, you know, both parents should be responsible.
I agree. Take care of your kids.
Take care. Listen, you took the responsibility to have the child, now take care of it.
Yes, ma'am. Whew.
All right. Let's get to our OMT story of the day because this one, guys, really made us say, OMT, what is going on? So Kanye West continued his assault on Twitter yesterday, capping it off with a video allegedly showing him urinating on one of his Grammy Awards. Now, Kanye also got some hot water after tweeting out the phone number for Forbes' chief content officer, Randall Lane, writing, quote, if any of my fans want to call a white supremacist, this is the editor of Forbes. The tweet, which has been hidden by Twitter, showed Lane's phone number in a screenshot of Kanye's contact list. And then after tweeting out the number, which violates Twitter's privacy policy, Twitter temporarily banned Kanye from tweeting until the offending post was taken down. So this is just the cherry on top of a very long week and, should I say, months for Kanye's friends and family. Kris Jenner is reportedly very upset by Kanye's recent antics, with a source telling In Touch magazine, quote, the family is used to Kanye's outrageous antics, but he keeps crossing the line. They're very concerned, and Kim can't make excuses for him any longer. She's at the end of her rope. Peeing on his Grammy is just downright disrespectful. Courtney, what do you think about this? Do you think this is just the end of the rope?
I don't. Where do we even want to begin, Alex? Let me say this.
Okay.
I think that the peeing on the Grammy was dramatic. However, one, that's his Grammy. He could do whatever he wanted with the Grammy. He could spit on the Grammy. He won it. Y'all gave it to him. So next. And two, for me personally, I feel like the way that the Grammys goes about rewarding Black artists kind of feels like you're being peed on, if you're being honest. So, hey, I'm not all the way mad at Kanye peeing on the Grammy because I feel like there was a woman girl that said, someone I'm assuming that's a music artist. I forget what her name is because girl boo. She like retweeted and was like, your peers have lifted you up and have given you this award, blah, blah. You should never be. It is prestige. And I feel very much like, girl, bye. You don't need to give me no Grammy to make my music feel like it's valid. Kanye would still be a legend with or without the music. Granted, he's tarnishing his legacy, but he's still gonna be a legend regardless. My thing is this: leave Taylor Swift alone. Don't bring her up. And if you are going to expose the music industry, I guess to go back to my Taylor Swift point, if you're going to expose the music industry, I can agree with that, right? If there are things going wrong in the music industry that Taylor Swift has already spoken about and ain't nobody said nothing about it to defend her, then go off. Just don't drag other people into it that you have not already communicated with to sort of defend you. Like we had Hit Boy that came out and said, hey, Kanye told me that he wasn't really messing with me no more because I worked with Beyonce. However, everything that he said is true. You get what I'm saying? Taylor Swift went through the same situation, but, no one came to her aid. So I agree, but I disagree with Kanye all at once. How do you feel, Alex?
Yeah, I just think he took it a little too far. It's like, while I hear you that, a lot of people feel that the Grammys are rigged and that, I understand the politics behind that. But at the end of the day, a Grammy for so long has been the meaning behind a Grammy has been so powerful for the music industry. And so the actual award itself and the action of urinating on that, I think is disrespectful because there are so many aspiring artists out there that have dreamed of the day that they could have a Grammy on their mantle. So just that alone, I don't think it was necessary. I hear you exposing the music industry, saying how you feel, getting it all out there. Sure, do all of that. But I saw that and I was like, whoa. Like I actually took a breath for a moment, was like, that was a little too far for me. Because just of what I've even, just as a viewer and a fan of artists winning Grammys and seeing them on stage and those powerful kind of speeches that we have heard so many years that I'll remember, I'll play back in my head and, them handing the Grammy and all of that. He just kind of like diminished all of that. Like, what about when he received the Grammy the first time? You know what I mean? Like, how did he feel? Those emotions of accepting that to then just diminish all of that. I thought,
Alex, I agree, right?
Yeah.
But what does it mean, those speeches, those moments, those things that will wind up on a VH1 top 50 countdown one day, hopefully, girl, with us being the commentators, girl, because that's a bag. Shout out to VH1. What does all of that mean if it's not real, authentic, genuine, and political? To me, it's just, is the music, is your music the best in this category or not? Putting things into it like, well, Shania Twain said this in 1995, so she doesn't get the Grammy in 1996. See, that to me doesn't correlate, and I feel like that plays a big part into it. Even the fact of like women not winning the Grammys. Like, I think that it was a lot more symbolic than people are choosing to look at it as. You get what I'm saying? And I get what you mean in terms of disrespect, but when the Grammys have been so disrespectful to Black people and women for years, well, I'm just showing you what you've been showing me and my community for decades. I understand and I agree with it being unclassy and rude and, oh my God, disgusting, but I feel like it very much is for what the music industry has done to the same artists that have provided to the community, Right. But I still think we can put it on display. I can agree with that.
Yeah, and I agree with you, Courtney, because we spoke about it kind of before the show that, the Grammy kind of lost its power over the years. Like in today's generation, what the Grammy means to artists is different than it meant years ago. So I know that it has changed, and I saw Wesley in the chat saying good intention, messy execution, and I kind of agree with. I also agree with Abby saying any point he's trying to make is being overshadowed by his erratic behavior. That's what I feel also. It's like I hear his point and I want him to get his message out there, but I don't necessarily think this is the way he has to do it. And that's just my opinion on it.
I think people are thinking that Kanye is crazy anyway. So I think at this point, Kanye is like, well, I'm gonna do whatever I want because it doesn't matter. If Kanye hadn't done a tweet storm, right, no one would be paying attention. If Kanye never peed on the Grammy, the entire situation yesterday would have just been Kanye goes on another tweet storm. But now, girl, we're really getting into the meat and potatoes of what he said because he peed on the Grammy. You get what I'm saying? Not defending it, but it definitely creates a bigger discussion that we wouldn't have if he hadn't done that, you know?
Yeah, no, I hear you. And I think that is very true. That's a good point. But let's talk about the Kardashians just in response to this, because I know we brought up Chris's kind of reaction and Kim's reaction. Like, what do you think? Do you think that this is kind of a final straw for them? Do you think they're embarrassed? Do you think, you know, where do you go from here as a wife and a mother? How do you handle this?
I mean, I feel like, girl, if y'all can sit up on TV and accept Scott shoving money into a waiter's mouth, Kanye peeing on the Grammy, girl, that's light work to me. Truthfully. Because to me, that's just as disrespectful. You going somewhere, meaning T-Drop, y'all going somewhere and y'all still hanging out with someone that they done sat up there on national TV, international TV, and put some money in the waiter's mouth and said, girl, be gone. To me, girl, it's girl, apples and apples. Apples and apples, except this is Scott and this is Kanye. Both crazy. If you want to say Kanye crazy, girl, Scott was just as crazy when he did it. If y'all allowing Scott to grow 10, 15 years, however long the Kardashians been on, you're allowing him to grow, and y'all still are literally reaching for the Kleenexes for him to get back together with Courtney, girl, then I feel like if Kim decides that she want to tough it out, girl, tough it out. Because to me, it's the same thing. Because ain't no one was saying take away Scott's social media, and no one was saying cancel Scott, and no, like, you get what I'm saying? So if y'all allow Scott to grow, I'll allow Kanye to grow. What I will say though is, girl, what presidency? Because girl, we haven't talked about that in how long?
True.
This is, you can just, if this is a distraction, girl, now keep this one up, girl, because we don't forgot you was even trying to be the president, girl. Keep peeing on stuff and keep exposing the girls. So that at least until right after November, girl, you can get right back into it right after the election is over. Girl, keep exposing the music industry. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this is good news, y'all. Yes. Make sure y'all vote. Get the ballots in. Quick, while he's not looking.
Very true. Yeah, we haven't talked about his presidency in a while. Like, we're just focused on the Twitter rants and all this, you know, behavior that's happening on social media. So you're right. You know, maybe it is another distraction for us. We just never know what's going on. But T-Tribe, at this point, do you think Kim will stay with Kanye? Do you think? What are you laughing about, Courtney?
I'm laughing because there's somebody dumb in the chat talking about worry about your own lives. Do you realize that it's our career to worry about other people's lives? And do you realize how dumb you look clicking on a video that's about somebody else to watch other people talk about other people just to comment, worry about yourselves? Maybe you should worry about yourself and stop worrying about us doing our job.
Exactly. And we are now done with our job for the day because that is the show. We had a thick Thursday filled with some good tea. Hope you all enjoyed T-Tribe. And of course, we will be back tomorrow for Shambong Friday at same time, 8:30 Pacific Standard Time. If you're new here, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share your thoughts, and let us know which of this tea just made you say OMT, honestly. And Courtney, if they want a double dose of you, where can they find you?
If you want more of me and to follow me on social media, YouTube channel as well, at Courtney Revolution. Just take my name and type it up top, girl. All the goods come right on up.
Yes. And of course, I'm Alex Schiffman. You can follow me on all my social media at Alex Schiffman as well. And on that note, Courtney, it's time to wash our hands because tea's spilling today.
We'll see you tomorrow for Shambong Friday, 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And now it's time to wash your hands, Leo. You better wash your hands. Your hands.